All right, what's going on today, guys? We're going to be looking at another Zakk Wylde lick today. We're going to be looking at a Zakk-style lick from the song Miracle Man. It's actually a blues lick that he sort of repurposed into a metal context. Before we get started, there is a Patreon available, which has full tablature to not only this video, but everything on the channel, as well as weekly additional content that is not available on the channel. Link at the top right here. Click on that, it'll take you right over and you can take a look at it. So, without further ado, let's get into the lick today. So, the lick is going to be in the key of A minor. And my G string is out of tune, go figure. Who would have thought a Gibson guitar, a Kramer guitar, with the G that goes out of tune? Unheard of. Anyways, so here's our lick today. Like I said, we're in the key of A minor. And we're going to be doing something like you hear in Miracle Man. So here's the lick. I'm going to play it for you, and we'll break it down. Here we go. All right, so he does this in the middle of the solo. He does it in the key of F sharp for Miracle Man, but we're doing it in A. Just like all the licks on this channel, or any lick you ever learn, you can move it to any pentatonic scale you want. Here we go. So the lick is entirely composed of 16th notes. It's going to look like this. It goes. So the first part of this, we're taking our third finger. We're on the 7th fret of the G. And we're going to slide it up to the 8th fret, which is our flat 5. So we're kind of referencing a pentatonic blues scale for a second. So we go 7, slide over to 8, slide back to 7, pull off to 5. Now, one thing that you can do with this, and I see this with a lot of guitar players, is have your first finger down the whole time. Then all you have to do is just pull it toward the ground. See what I do there? My first finger's on the 5th fret. When I slide it over, it's on the 6th fret, and when it comes back. But you're never going to hear any of the notes until I pull it off. Okay, 1, A, and then what I'm going to do is I do 2 pull-offs. Now, you can either do them as pull-offs, or if you want to get a very Zakk Wylde thing, you can do them as picking. So it goes 7 pull-off to 5 on the G, then you come up to the D and you do 7 pull-off to 5. That's 2 A and 2 A and the 7s are both plucked, and then it's a pull-off. So we got 1 A and 2 A and again, you can pick the second part. 1 A and 2 A and if you add a little bit of palm muting on the D string, you really get a Zakk thing. So what happens is it goes through that twice, and that makes up one full measure. 1A and 2A and 1A and 2A and 3A and 4A, and it would have been the second part. Or, again, like I said, with the pick. I think what's cool is if you kind of mix it up. You do like the first one as a pull-off, and then the second one is 2 picks. Okay, and then what we're going to do, the next thing, is we're doing this sliding diminished chord. So it's a diminished chord. It would look like this, which is the 4th fret on the D string, the 5th fret on the G, the 4th fret on the B, and the 5th fret on the high E. You don't actually play the high E string, so you don't need that note, but it is actually a diminished chord. And so what he does is he takes this. So again, I'll review through the chord for you one more time. 4th fret with your first finger on the D, 5th fret with your 3rd finger on the G, 4th fret on the B string with your 2nd finger. And what you're going to do is you strum down on all 3 of them, and you slide it up 1 fret to 5, 6, and 5. And then you're going to do 2 mutes. So it's a 16th note as well. So it's 1 A and you do that twice. 1 A and 2 A and then we finish the lick by grabbing the 8th fret on the B string and bending in a whole step for 2 beats. 3, 4 with some vibrato. So 1 A and 2 A and 3, 4. So the whole lick put together would look like this. And it's something that he does in Miracle Man, and it literally is a blues lick that he's repurposed with distortion and high gain distortion in a heavy metal context. I think that blues tends to lend itself well to heavy metal. When you look at old like proto metal, things like Black Sabbath, Led Zeppelin, you know, they are literally taking blues licks, especially Zeppelin. Zeppelin, I mean, Zeppelin were literally taking full blues songs and just changing the name. Like something like the Lemon Song is literally Killing Floor, but they just changed the name. You know, they even played the same riff. But for lead playing, that's a really cool concept. And you see classic rock guys do this too, like Rick Derringer. He does that in Rock and Roll Hoochie Coo. A little bit out of tune there, but he does that. You know, lots of guys. I'd be curious. I think Zach said that he was doing kind of a Randy Rhoads thing with that, but it's a very cool idea. I would recommend that you guys try to learn a couple simple blues licks and add them into a heavy metal context. Crank your gain up, throw on a backing track, and do... You know, and you can really get it. And if you want to go after the Zach thing again, throw in that, but like blaze through your pentatonic scales too. So you could have like... You know, and you can really let it rip. So that is it for today, guys. That is our Zakk Wylde lick from Miracle Man, which is a repurposed blues lick. Take these ideas, throw them into your own playing. I'll be back next week with some more.